It feels weird saying it, but it's almost back to normal in terms of the tech startups. Most of our companies had their best quarter ever. I think it's probably due to a few reasons. One is the world getting back to normal, regardless. When you talk about wartime CEOs, this is it. People have stepped up. 10% of the people in Israel were drafted. A lot of them are now coming back. Late stage companies were not really affected much, maybe slowed R&D, especially if your go-to-market is outside of Israel. Earlier stage startups, which don't have a lot of redundancy, sometimes it was pretty tough, but people stepped up. People that did not go for reserve duty saw their reserve duty as covering up for their peers. As a reminder, the tech scene in Israel is really, really critical to the well-being of the country. Half of the exports are based on the tech sector. So we as an ecosystem feel responsibility to help everyone, not just us that were affected, and people were affected very badly. So you've seen a lot of outpour of people volunteering, both as individual contributors, even as much as to go and help pick up fruit off trees, but also to use their tech prowess to create marketplaces for volunteering. A lot of the organizations that were started is going against the judicial reform that the tech sector took a big part of, then transitioned to help citizens. So we're back to 2018, 2019 levels, which I think is similar to what the world is seeing. It's just that in Israel, 2021 was actually even a bigger jump than the rest of the world. So we're kind of on par. And in terms of investment, all the local VCs, all the local multinational VCs, so later stage, they were very active. All of us are. We just closed our second investment after the events. If you look back at 23, I think a lot of Israelis were tangled in stuff other than building companies, right? So we had some internal issues, now some external issues. And I think the major thing there is not the VC interest in Israel. That's still there. The danger is that less companies were built. So my expectation is that, yes, in 2024, we'll see a bit less companies being formed initially. But then, we're like a coiled spring. A lot of people are looking for something even more meaningful, and are looking to start startups after the events. A lot of people met potential co-founders during their reserve service, especially in the tech units. So I expect initially 2024 to be a little slower, but towards the end, and especially 25, I see coiled spring ready to explode.